Well, thank you guys for joining us again. It's, Facebook Live Mondays. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We actually use this PowerPoint for our monthly market update. We actually do our, recording to let all of our clients and people that we've come in contact with, before, to let them know what's going on in the market. What we decided to do it today. One, because, hey, let's talk about it. It's been a pretty interesting last couple of weeks.
So the first slide is always interest rates. So Jen, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, interest rates, we're hovering right around 3%. It's still great time to buy, great time, to invest in real estate. Lots of buyer demand, so that means really great news for sellers. You still get lots of buyers through your home, and hopefully multiple offers. So you want to get your own rate, interest rate rate lock for yourself, contact us and we'll get you in touch with some really great, awesome lenders that will be able to pull together the numbers for you. All right, Kristen, what's going on in the market?
So what is going on is an increase in inventory, and that we've experienced that ourselves at Homes by Mason as well. So again, one of the reasons why you missed us last week, we've had our hands full. We listed 4 properties in the last 2 weeks, and we actually also put one under contract pre-market. So we had 5 listings in April, and that is a good problem to have here at Homes by Mason. And we now have we have some more listings coming, but we're still open for business. If anyone does want to bring us more listings, we are available to do that now that we've got those 5 behind us. So that's what's reflected in this chart as well, that 50% increase in new listings from the month before. Only a 2% increase from the year before, but just a jump in inventory, which is great. Because that's what we need, right? You've been hearing us say there's not enough inventory, and you'll see this reflected in the chart later too, that a good increase in inventory is good for our market because we have so much demand, we need more homes to buy. So you'll see that the new pendings, which are homes that went under contract, is also up 52%. So those things are kind of going in line with each other. Closed sales are up 40%. The market is very active right now. That's what that tells us. Go ahead.
Yeah, so even with the active market, we're still seeing growth in Northern Virginia for the average sold price. Sellers are still getting what they're asking for. In some areas, we might be able to find better deals and whatnot. That's the benefit of working with somebody who does this for a full-time job, not just as a hobby. This is my full-time career, where I watch out for the buyers. So seeing that, we're up a little over 4% from the month prior. And remember, I know we usually explain this on the monthly market updates. These numbers reflect for March 2021 because that gives time for everything to close and everything to record. So that's what we do. We look at the month prior. But from the year prior, we're still seeing over month after month, year after year, continuous growth here in Northern Virginia. So it's been up 6.5% from this time last year. Now, you can also talk about COVID.
Well, but I want to jump in on a couple of things that Jen said. So yes, again, we are in April, so nothing in April hasn't closed. So that's why we're looking at March data, because after March finishes, then they pull all the stats together and give them to us. So that's why we have March data, and then we'll get April data in the middle of next month. But the full-time realtor versus part-time realtor, I will tell you that there's actually a listing coming soon that I have buyers looking at, and I looked at the realtor. We're able to see how much business that realtor has done. And I said, oh my goodness, they've only done 3 deals in the past 2 years. And so that tells me they may not know what's going on in the market. They may not be up to speed on what is happening. And so for me, that is an advantage for me and my clients, in my opinion, because we might be able to hopefully give them a very quick, very good offer without them necessarily knowing that they might do better if they waited, right? Again,
totally watch this.
When you're in the market all the time, we have a very good pulse on what's happening. And if you're not always in the market, then that could certainly be a disadvantage for that realtor's clients. So, all right, what's the next slide? Next slide is the inventory numbers again. So we talked about inventory days on market. So the average days on market in March of this year was 16 days, down from the 5-year average of 27 days. And then the average sold price to OLP stands for original list price. So that is 102%. I think that might be the highest I've seen it.
That is the highest that I have seen it. If you look down at the bottom, you see February 2021, we were averaging right under 100.1%. March of the year before, we were right, like a little bit over 100%. You see it right down here at the bottom. Year to date, we're at 101.1. So in March, that means pretty much anybody that asked for whatever, they got whatever. I mean, that's basically what the rundown on that was.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at a home that is brand new to the market, done up to the nines, you know, Joanna Gaines maybe did her little touch on it or something like that, chances are you know, if you're a seller, you're going to get quite a few offers with what you're looking for. That's really what we're you know, trying to convey here. And Kristen loves this, and she loves to explain this slide, although I do know how to explain it now, but I'm still going to let Kristen take care of that.
So this is my slide that I got this chart from colleagues of mine. And so this is an opportunity for us to track weekly. So week by week, what happens to the inventory and what happens to contracts. So new listings are, if there's new inventory coming on the market and new pendings are going, you know, things that have gone under contract. So those are those second and third columns there. And then we look at, you know, has supply increased from the week before? Has demand increased before? And what's the gap between supply and demand? So what will jump out at you here is that red column right there, or that red cell at 101%. So that jumps out at you. And what that means that week, if you go to the left of that red cell, you're going to see that 618 homes came on the market that week and 628 homes went under contract. So more homes went under contract that week than came on the market. So that is a red light, right? Like that's not really good for the market. We don't want that to continue to happen. And so then if you look in the rest of that column, that supply and demand gap column, so the yellow means we're approaching that 100%. Okay, so we're in the 90% there if we almost have as many homes going under contract as came on the market. So the good news that I see in this slide is that we came out of the yellow for most of the recent weeks and that we're back in the green. Although again, those numbers are still high. You can see 83%, 84%, 86%. And then we went down after that red week, right? Like apparently everyone bought everything that week and then it was only 62%. That was really interesting. And then in last
That's a good week for buyers.
So in last week, it's back to 89%. So, I mean, that's close to, you know, it's close to 100. It's close to, I think it turns yellow when it goes into the 90%. So, but bottom line, what we're seeing here, and again, if you look in just the numbers under the listings column and the numbers under the pendings, you can see that we are having an increase in inventory, which is helping reduce that supply demand gap a little bit, that the demand is not increasing as much as the inventory is increasing is what this is telling us. So that is good news. So we're happy for that there may be a little less pressure on buyers right now, as long as we can continue to get more homes on the market. Sorry about that. So go to the next slide and we will wrap up. So that's.
Hi guys. Thank you so much for joining us on Monday. If you guys have any questions, want to break down in private about what's going on in the market, you can always, you know, reach out to us and schedule a no cost, no obligation, virtual or in-person private consultation, you know, to talk about your wants and your needs and how, you know, how the market can affect your motivation and your buying power. Feel free to give us a call at 571-210-1866 or email us at wedomore@homesbymason.com. We both can get those messages from there. Yeah, and we look forward to talking to you guys again next week. Hopefully we'll be more on time. But judging by the way the market is, you never know. Just stay with us and, you know, keep us on your starred list on Facebook. Where did it go?
Wait a second, we're live.
No, but now I can't find the page again.
And I say that I'm on the Homestead Mason team. I haven't changed that. And just FYI, Jen, so when I'm talking, you can see me on Facebook, and when you're talking, you can see, so you can pick your nose when I'm talking if you want to. Just
kidding. We'll keep that for next time, y'all. Well, was that it? You're gonna take a mic?
We're still live. We're still live.